Well, it's a welcome to Luke Muller, Clint Porter, and my old mate Rusty alias Nigel. Stitched me up well and truly, but anyway, we had a great trip. Here we are with the boys catching some barra. This is Clint, I think, on a nice one. We got a lot of barra, but a lot of little fellas, not too many biggies, but these were quite nice. These fish were good. And so this is probably a mid-60 type one, this one, but the next one he got was certainly a 70. Russ got one a bit bigger again, probably, I don't know, late 70s perhaps. So this is coming in now. This is on a flacky, I think. He used that quite a bit. So just as he's showing me off what he's all going about there, you watch Russell in the background. The Clint's pretty happy, then bang, and this is the good one coming in from Russ. This is it had been hit by something recently. It had a fairly substantial scar on her back, so she was pretty lucky all round. But, Russell, we're all a little bit on tender hooks here because this is a nice fish. It's behaving itself and eventually comes in, which they should do, of course. Which not all do, but anyway. We're getting closer. Russell was saying, I'm saying, get it in. Not mucking around. So there we go. Clint's on the net. I thought he would have just knocked it off the end of the hook. Look at that, nice fish. Look at the marking on the top of the fish there. It's definitely been grabbed both sides. So something had grabbed it. And just unfortunately for her, she got away. But bloody hell, yeah, lucky girl. Here's that man Clint again. This is probably his personal best. He tells me this would be a 70 plus type of barra. This one, beautiful fish. Luke's thinking, well, it's probably going to be my turn. He was the odd man out here, poor old Luke. He look at that. He's pretty happy. Tell me all about everything. But, yeah, Luke got a lot of barra, but didn't get any of the bigger ones. Got a few nice ones. But, and he also caught the last one of the trip. So there's another one coming in from Nigel. And again, he tends to get the first cast in relatively regularly, does our Russ. Must just be accidental, I suppose. But all the boys got hit here, and Russ was the only one, as it turned out, to get a fish in. But they all had a chance. This again was a nice barra. Plenty of little fellas. Yeah, that's a nice fish, nice salty. Look at that beautiful yellow tail. Very good indeed. And this is the last fish of the trip, which Luke said, look, I'll get it, boys, and he did. He just, it had been rolling in there for a while, so we were, so he just said, well, look, I'll just whack it in there and get this fella. And that's exactly what happened. We got plenty of finger mark and jack this trip. Yeah, too much footage, but some beautiful fish just the same. Son came home to dinner. Here comes a nice jack, I think, from Luke. Yep. Russell's trying his best to drop it over the edge. But yeah, just nice fish. We got a few jack, which was very pleasing. But lots and lots of finger mark. Bloody hell, heaps. There's Clint with another jack coming in. And both the boys wanted to particularly catch jack, so they succeeded in that regard. But yeah, beautiful fish. A little bit of stupidity here. We had a snag and we were just getting finger mark after finger mark after finger mark, and we're mucking around just for the video here. Just about buggered it almost here, but anyway, it was just finger mark everywhere. It was really good. Got a few times like that. More jack. Luke reckons it's too easy, this jack fishing. Got out of the boat and had a bit of a play. Got a couple of barra and a cod, and then Clint's dragging in another jack, which was a good fish again. That was a nice little session there for a while. Fairly good one there. He's showing me the girth and where the lure is. Really nice. And here we've got up a creek doing our little quiet thing, and we've hooked onto a blue salmon, but geez, he was a goodie. He's given bloody Russell a bit of a hurry up and curry. So, that was really good indeed. He also, we didn't get any footage of it, but he also got that groper back there very quickly. But in the blue was stupidity. It was really silly. We got the boys that hadn't done any of this sort of stuff before, and we've got bludgers and queenies and GTs and tuna and even little mackerels and what have you. Saw a couple of big mackerel jump. These are bludgers. There's a bludger reeling in. Oh no, sorry, that's russel. But it really was stupidity, and you had to beat the bloody sharks, which laid off us for quite a while, but they come in strong at the end. But it was it's a lot of fun. You just drop the bloody things over and have a bit of a jig and what have you, and in they come. We've got a double hook up here on queenies, I think. Had a lot of fun in the blue, even though it was blowing us, off. We'd get an hour each morning, and then that was it. It was as rough as after that. But that hour, we had a lot of fun. Here's the boys digging. You'll see Luke in the foreground hook up. I'm saying to Clint, come on mate, get that action going. And he said, well, mate, it's a bit tough. So in comes I think it's a bludger. Yep, in comes the bludger. And you watch Clint in the foreground. He's dig, dig, dig. So I can do this. Bang. He's pretty tickled about that. That was happening all the time. A lot of fun. The rods were a little bit light, the boys had, so when the time come to get that slightly bigger fish in, we were in a little bit of trouble with the taxman. He came in strong towards the end.
Oh, there we go.
That's a big bang. I think this is the first of our little sharks here. He's only a little fella. Russell just said, "You're not taking my fish," so he sort of dragged that in. This was good. Now here's Luke on what was a really nice long-tail tuna, and that rod's bending to the hilt, and he's working his little tush off here. And we get to a stage where he's just about there, and of course the taxman's arriving. You watch Luke; he does very well. An element of luck. It's a fairly big shark. What's this? What's this? Missed him. Well, he actually didn't miss him. But Luke said, "You're coming in, son." And the shark's just got him on the tail. You'll see here. You can see the scarring just there. Just got him. So we ate the rest. And here's the boys on a double tuna hookup. We got some mac tuna as well, but these are both long tails. Both about to end sadly. The boys are doing the tuna tango. And we just needed that little bit more time. Once Luke's gone, bang, that's number one gone. And then Clint's pupped his little heart out, bang, his is gone as well. The boys were a bit depressed after that. More trouble with those fellas. Have a little bit, bang, 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 and then blood and guts everywhere. Watch Russell levitate here. Look, hey! You're supposed to be the gun. What's going on here? But we did get a few in this Clint with his. There were some nice fish. They really were. Then we come across a school of predominantly bludgers, but it was thousands of the bloody thing. So it was just. And I said to the boys, just doesn't matter what you do, just get it out there. It doesn't matter, you just throw your whatever out, it'll go. And consequently, it was just a stupid session for about 15-20 minutes, where every time you put anything in the water, it was smashed. It was really, really good. We had a great trip, really did. Enjoyed it immensely. It's a bit of a stupidity there. They weren't big fish, but they were just thousands of them. But thanks, fellas. I reckon it was a great trip.